Everyone knows that song. If you heard it, you'd be like, oh, I know that song. It's Sir Mix-a-Lot. It was a 90s classic. You're from the 90s.
I mean, maybe I would recognize it if I hear it, but that would still be like that I don't know any lyrics of it. So your theory is still wrong.
You're one person.
Yes, and you said that everybody would know at least one line from the song.
Okay, fine. I'll make an addendum. A majority of people who aren't losers know at least one lyric.
That is a weird qualifier. Talking about weird qualifiers, you know what does not qualify for a segue? This very sentence. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast. ANY and Keyframe, one about random drivel.
I knew you were gonna try You Were Wrong in transition, and I had to ruin that because I was not gonna let that be the intro to the YouTube video. I refuse to be wrong. I don't have to always be right, but I'm never wrong.
Well, hello for rightness and wrongness. It is us, the ANY and the Keyframe.
Lizzie, are you regretting you wanting to be on the show yet?
I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know at the end of it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, keep the.
In our exit survey,
exactly.
You can tell us.
We should start that.
Oh, we should make it. We should make a survey with one question that says, no, two questions. One, did you like the show? Second, who's your favorite? And then just put me and you.
Oof.
Look. If by the end of this I'm not like that image of Patrick with the sweater that says "Mom can pick me up, I'm scared," then I'm fine.
But yes, everyone, we have a new guest, and that is good old Dizzy Miss Lizzy. Oh, no. You may know her from my live streams and stuff, and artwork and things.
Yes.
So Lizzy, why don't you tell us who you are, what do you do, and why should people care?
Hey, my name is Dizzy Miss Lizzy. I am a freelance artist and animator. I mostly just like do like commission work and stuff. Mostly like art pieces. I haven't really done a whole lot of animating like recently, but like I have done art for like Key, and like this other Twitch channel called Robot Co-op. And
I guess for Enigma Prince.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've done a lot of work for Enigma because he's gotten me to do work for him, especially like of you guys. So that's been a thing.
Yeah.
Because we're muses, or he likes to make fun of us. It's probably the latter, but I prefer the idealized version.
It's probably a little bit of both.
Also, something else about me, I am massive fandom trash. I like drawing fan art of any fandom that I am into and or obsessed with at the time. So if my Twitter and or Instagram is an absolute mess, I am so sorry.
I was about to say, Twitter may have been a better oh, there we go. How much spamton do you retweet on a daily basis, woman?
Well, this is not
nothing compared to this. Listen, that is nothing. That is nothing compared to the stuff I have in my bookmarks right now, okay?
Oh, I mean, everyone's bookmarks are trash. Everyone's. Unless you actually have an NSFW account, everyone's bookmarks are garbage. That's not me saying something about myself. No.
Hey, look at this. We are time traveling, yeah, from last week's Jay, right here, right there.
Yeah, Mr. J-tastic. We can scroll down. Why have you drawn so much fan art of me? Stop it. Get some help.
But you're awesome and cool.
Yeah, there's also a Glitchy. And more you, and Egan.
Okay. Did I ever say on the show the thing that happened involving the one ant that I talked to and Egon? I don't think I did. Okay, so I have one ant that I like. I'm not going to say her name because then you could probably find her on social media, and you guys are weird. But she follows my Twitter, and she's from Dad's side, so that's why she's nice and supportive. And then she texts me one day, and she's like, I don't know what this Egon thing is.
Ooh.
Keep in mind, in February, because of you guys paying for it, I had to have Egon as my banner, as my thing, as my bio, as a fan cam.
Wasn't that
on
beautiful?
Twitter. Shut up, Lizzie.
No.
But the thing is that she texted me of, I don't know what this Egon thing is about, but did you know that my father's name was Egon? Like, her dad's name is Egon. Like,
so,
and I was just like...
Is your aunt a single mom with a son and a daughter?
No. But no, she is not Carrie Spengler, thank you, for the Afterlife reference.
Hey.
But I was just like, how do I explain this? This is like someone discovering their kid's fursuit in the closet and them having to explain what it is. Or how I imagine any interaction with people who buy like giant NSFW pieces from Eurofur's auction goes when they bring it home.
What?
I assume
What is
most
that,
of
sweetie?
them.
What is that, sweetie?
I mean, obviously, it's an alligator sucking its own penis, mother.
Oh, you are still salty about this one, aren't you?
I'm sorry, an alligator what now?
So, what was it? It was the last Eurofurence before Rona, so 2019. It's sad how easy you can calculate that. Yeah, and we were both at Eurofurence and enjoying the art show.
And I want to preface, this is not me salty about my own pieces. This is me salty for like 80% of the people who submitted stuff to the art show. Also, hello, Himbo. Good boy.
Yeah.
But like so many traditional one-of-a-kind pieces didn't get a single bid on them. And that made me already mad. But then, for the Eurofurence auction, like the live auction, if something got like so many bids, it would move to the auction.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them were digital pieces, which already was like, okay, sure, whatever. I respect the hustle. But then there was this one piece that was like fucking huge that... Did you turn off the light to make Himbo more comfortable?
Yes. Look at him. He's
Okay.
like hiding his face in my armpit because I didn't think of the ring light.
Your armpit's very low.
Not
if that's for
not
a
Oh
armpit,
my god,
ankle.
you're actually holding a little ferret!
Yes.
Yeah, that's Himbo. It's the stubby one.
Yeah, and he for
Oh
once...
my god, it's so cute!
And normally he runs off right away when I get him up because he doesn't like to be on hold still on an arm. Uh-oh, now he's waking up.
Oh, you're so sweet!
He's realizing where he's at. Oh no, he's probably going to leave soon. Because yeah, Rocket is more content being hauled on an arm, but Himbo is like, oh no, how dare you? But oh, look at him. He had a very exciting day. But yeah, sorry, you still wanted to tell us about the dick-sucking alligator.
There was this giant print, like it was like a yard, like it was 3 feet long, like it was big, and the piece was this alligator, like this anthro alligator, lying on his back with his legs up in the air, and his penis was long enough to suck his own dick. And that thing like got like 700 euros in bids.
So it
sold.
Yeah, and it made it through the art show, so it got that many bids that it made it into the auction, and then was auctioned off for like hundreds of euros.
It made like 700 some euros. And I to this day, all I wonder is, where the fuck are you going to put it? Because it was like a wrapped print thing, right? So it's like, it's big. It's not like a print or a poster. where the fuck do you live alone and no one else is going to be there? Or do you live in like a co-op with other furries that are that breed of degenerate?
Or maybe
do
adult.
you honestly... Listen, the person who drew this thing already had no shame. If a person is willing to spend this much money on a big-ass print of a alligator sucking its own dick, do you honestly think this person will have any shame hanging it up, letting everybody come in and see it? I don't think so.
I mean,
Like,
I was at a
it's fine if
furry
you're-
friend home a while back, and he, buff gay guy, and he was living alone, being an adult and everything, and he had his pictures open out in the living room. Well, he really doesn't want to be on camera. He's now going even lower.
I mean, it's
Aw.
just the thing of like, I'm just imagining. Because here's the thing, I just assume that most people have healthier relationships with their family than I do. So I expect them to actually have family over. Do you hide it? Like, because there's the thing where it's like your family can accept you being a furry, but I doubt they want to see that.
Oh,
I'm a
please, that's
furry. I'm a furry, and I'm just kind of like,
Always on the move.
if I walked into someone's home and there was that, I would just be like, okay. I didn't consent to see this.
Okay, somebody who buys something like that, that's the decision of somebody whose parents don't love them.
Ouch! Ouch!
Okay, I was not gonna go that far, Lizzie. Jeez. You know what? Or it's someone whose family really loves them. It's one of the two. But yes. So that was my story. That was just for me to say, like, you know, how do I explain this Egon thing to my aunt? And I just had to be like, oh, it's an in-joke with my stream audience.
But well.
The easiest. Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyways, Lizzie, what has happened recently in your life? Have you slayed any dragons?
Except for drawing a lot of Keyframe with Egan art, which got us on this tangent. Always
Honestly,
when she's
with me,
drinking.
like, honestly, there hasn't really been like a whole lot going on with me. Like, I've just like the biggest thing that's really happened to me recently is like I just got like a huge influx of like commissions recently that I've been working on.
And that's good.
Just from like a
Yeah,
lot of people.
Tis good. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, like, we saw that you've been doing. It was one of the things scrolled by when Max was going through your media is that there's you've been doing emotes for one streamer. You've done quite a few, and they're of course
Yeah.
Ghostbusters themed because of course they are.
Yeah, and those have been like incredibly fun to do. Like the person I've been working with has been super nice and like super easy to work with, and
You're gonna have to scroll up quite a bit.
Let me
Higher.
just jump. Oh no, jump ahead. There we go.
It shouldn't be too far down.
A little bit more.
Oh
little bit
boy,
more.
oh boy, oh boy.
There it is. There it is.
Go back.
You
Let's go
passed
back
it.
up.
It's the
Yeah, right there.
Slimers.
Hey.
Yeah. Look at those. Look at those. Look at that abomination that you got paid for.
It should
That's
get
the
its
big
own show.
Hey, I am
the
incredibly.
He should be the protagonist in his own show, and maybe add the Ghostbusters themselves in there too. But he should be the core element. Has anybody ever done that? That would be a nice thing to do.
Denim, you're not allowed to bring Rocket over to Max anymore. That's his punishment.
She just stood up. She can't hear you.
No! Damn it! Take it away!
Honestly, other than that, I do have like a funny story about something that happened to me this weekend.
Go ahead, please.
Go right ahead. That's the whole point of
So
this segment.
get this. So I've been trying to like get an appointment to get my hair done. I tried getting one appointment and I had to cancel that because I ended up managing to get the big C, and so I didn't want to. So I had to cancel then.
Welcome
and
to
then,
our club.
like, this
Welcome
past-
to our club.
And then this past weekend, I had to cancel again because, like, reschedule again because like the appointment that I originally had, I wasn't going to be able to pay the money needed in order to get all I wanted done. So my mom was like, okay, we're going to reschedule. This person, like, when we tried to reschedule again, not only brought up the client card, they were like, you have to pay, like, a rescheduling fee, or, like, a cancellation fee, of, like, $100.
What were you getting done to your hair?
I was just getting a cut and a color.
What is wrong?
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Qualifying questions here. How long is your hair?
What is it made out of?
It's relatively, like, shoulder length.
Okay, I would understand if you're like one of those fucking Instagram girls who have hair down to the mid of their back and you're getting like fucking balayage crazy shit, or you're getting a fucking rainbow in your hair. But you usually just get like touch-ups and stuff. I know you.
Yeah,
you're not that ambitious.
Crazy with my hair.
Oh boy.
I don't think Rocket wants to be there.
No, he really. Oh boy.
Generally, the craziest thing I've done with my hair within the last year was getting bangs. That's it.
If that's the craziest, $100? Do they cut your hair with diamond scissors?
Nope. And I only had to reschedule twice because, like, number one, I wasn't gonna go out with the virus, and number two, it's like, if I can't pay the amount needed for what I want done, I'm not going to go in.
Yeah.
It's not fair for you. It's not fair for me. That would be wasting our time even more.
What do they plan to gain with that kind of business model?
I don't know, but we're going to go. We're not going back to them. Like I think tomorrow we're gonna go check out some other places near me to see what we can do. $100. The most I've ever spent at a hair appointment was probably like $60 or $70. But to be fair, the times that I did it, like the $70 one was the first time I got my hair dyed, because the first like 2 times I ever did it, it was done by a professional to bleach and color and stuff, and that admittedly is expensive. But like $100. That's just like the cancel. That's just
for cancellation. How much was the actual appointment?
You don't want to know. It would have been $300 to get what I wanted done at this place.
What?
Hold on.
Where have you been going?
Wait. Okay.
It's just a local beauty salon. Like.
Okay. 300.
And that's nothing, cause okay, the place we went to, the person that we used to like get our hair done moved, so that's why we went to this other person. Long story, but like the place we get to originally when we had like this person that we really liked doing our hair, it only cost like $100, which like that's still a lot, but like that's still a lot more reasonable than what the other place was doing.
Now I get why you need so many commissions right now.
I'm not gonna dox where you live, but knowing where you live, that is extortionately expensive. That's like prices for like New York City hairstylists. Like, what?
How did you end up with that one of all?
What?
Yeah, with that salon. And how did you end up picking that salon in the first place?
Is it the only one there? Like,
I mean,
I was just looking up places to go to after like the other one, like after we couldn't go to the other one anymore, and it was like that was the first one that caught my eye. And originally, like the prices weren't that bad, and then like the last time I went there, they started going up.
Huh. Super cray. But yeah, so that's what's going on in your life, getting extorted by hairstylists.
I'm with Odie. If you're paying that much, your hair better gain superpowers. You need to be like Sedusa and fucking Powerpuff Girls and have prehensile hair after that. Fucking Christ almighty.
Well, the thing is, it's not just for like my hair; it's for like mine. Because when I go with like me, my mom, and my grandmother. So it's like a combination of like all of us getting our hair done.
But even if you divide that by thirds, that's like still $100 a pop. That's still gross. Gross.
I don't know.
Is gross. But anyways, so Max.
Yes.
Your week.
My week. Oh boy, did I have a week? I mean, I got tested negative, so I'm officially out of the big C again.
Welcome to our club.
Still got a little bit of phlegm or whatever it's called in the throat.
Long-term COVID.
Exactly. No, so I actually was back in the office for a day this week. Now there was this thing that I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, but because it came with a lot of ouchie in my arms. That right before we got the big C, we finally found a dojo to join. Kenpo place here in Berlin. And yeah, we basically went there once for me to be like, okay. No, twice actually. Like one time workout, one time technique.
COVID.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay. Getting a feel of it, considering to officially join and whatnot. And then like, bam, Rona, Jacka, Rona.
Well, now you get to go back, so there
yes,
you go.
so we went back and we now officially signed up and now had our first private lesson and everything, and yeah. So back into the martial arts after so many years on my end.
So that was that.
Yeah.
Was that the only exciting thing?
I joined Wolfhead for a stream yesterday of. We halfway through the stream, we came to the conclusion that we probably should age restrict it, and the VOD is now hopefully age restricted. So
wait, did you not age restrict the stream in the beginning? It was a lewd. You were advertising it as a lewd game.
Of course.
Are you fucking brain dead?
Talk to Wolf, not me. It was not my stream. It was Wolf's streams. I was just the couch co-opper who kept talking while Wolf got to play. But yeah, halfway through the game, I was like, I don't even know what I was, but I was basically pointing out like, oh boy, age restriction. He's like, I don't know if my stream is age restricted. I'm like, what? What about here? What's the name of the game? I can at least say the name of the game and link the video on your own on your own risk. No, what's this called? On your own discretion. So you don't. Wolf's argument was great. I mean, there is no actual nudity and no sex, so therefore it's fine. Gelgun, Gelgun double piece. So that was an experience.
Wolfhead is such a confusing lad. Love the boy, but he's a confusing lad. I mean, Lord knows he plays weird power. That in itself is an inadvertent power move. And then he tweeted at me being like, how much would it take to get Key to play FNAF VR? And I was like, buy me a VR headset. He's like, say no more.
Oh no.
What am I supposed to do with that information?
So who again sent you a live I was about to say, who again sent you a life-size Egan Spangler cutout? Welp. This man. Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing that he keeps the money in circulation, but Jesus, buddy.
But, I mean, we did see the last time he was on how much Elgato stuff he bought. Those things are not inexpensive. He's not just spending it on us.
No. But he generally likes to spend money, which yeah. But yeah, so we got to play that game. I mean, he accompanied me through all of Honey Pop 2, so I gladly returned the favor.
Only fair.
I know. But oh boy, that's a game. If you want to know my reactions, watch the VOD. It's only 3 hours of your lifetime and probably your sanity and your entry into heaven. But hey, you got a nice VOD to watch. Link down below.
I lost my entry to heaven a long time ago.
So,
it's fine.
You know what to watch. Yeah, and I believe anything else. I talked about No More Rona, Dojo, VOD yesterday. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah,
you said Limbo had an eventful week.
Oh no, eventful day. We did cleaning today, and Himbo is like getting like rearranging stuff in the flat is always like for the fair. It's like need to inspect everything. Stuff has changed. They're all not good. They're usually not good. Either they are very good or very bad with change. It's hard to say. It definitely gets them like, whoa, dude. And
look, they're small and their world is big. To them, it looks like terraforming.
Basically, yeah. Well, and this also was accompanied by some proper cleaning with vacuum and whatnot, and we should vacuum a lot more often, especially since we have ferrets. But due to the fact that it doesn't happen too often, it's every single time an event. And while Rocket is just like, that's loud, that's annoying, leave me, and tick, 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 he tries to find a quiet hidey spot. Him was like...
Is Himbo full like war dance?
No, he's not war dancing. That's the funny thing. He's not playing with it. He's just like super like awake and being under the sofa like, don't you come near me. Don't you come near me. No, this is my sofa. No. Like super like wide eyes and just staring. Like super like ready to strike any moment. Like, nah.
Himbo with full dog mode.
Yeah, not playful. I also not really stressed out. He doesn't have a puffed tail or anything, but watching you.
But okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Now we know Himbo.
Exactly. And when you get too close, he is actually like trying to nip the vacuum.
The vacuum.
Yeah.
All right, what happened to me?
What indeed?
I mean, I had a fun past couple days health-wise because of good old teeth. That was
cool. Yeah, the tooth adventures.
But let me see I mean, the one thing that started my week was that my trainer told me that I talk like a stand-up comedian. I don't know what to do with that information, but okay. So, if maybe that was an omen. I don't know. But anyways, on Friday, it was Thursday evening at like 2 a.m. So, no, like 2 a.m. Friday. So to me, it was Thursday. There we go. There's the timeline. I for context, I grit my teeth a lot. It's something I've done since I was a kid. I grit my teeth at night. I grind my teeth at night. It's a stress thing. Cool. So these things. So it would be no surprise if these things get weaker. And I was just sitting in my room talking to friends, eating Skittles, as you do. And then I took a bite of a Skittle, and I was like, you feel it in your mouth, and there was like a really hard piece, and I was like, why is there a hard piece of this Skittle? And I took it out. It was a little white piece, and I was like, this doesn't have the material of a Skittle. And then I put my tongue near my tooth, and I felt a hole. And I was like, got up, walked to the bathroom, and then a corner of one of these molars. And then I walked back, sat down, and then said in the call that I was in, I think a part of my tooth fell out. What?
Ooh.
I mean, it didn't. The thing is, it didn't hurt, so it wasn't like all the way down to the root. Lord knows I have had teeth things that hurt really bad. So I was like, well, I guess I'm going to the dentist. And the dentist didn't give me a straight answer till the moment I called in the morning if I would get it filled in on that day. So go to the dentist, they look, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's just a little crack. You have no tooth decay. Everything's fine. It's like, cool. can I get it filled right now so I don't walk out with a hole in my tooth? No. And it was, well, they were like, the dentists are all backed up today, but you can go get it tomorrow at 8 a.m. So I got up, Brett was at work, so couldn't get a ride, so I had to Uber a ride to the dentist. They wouldn't let me into the dental office because we were like, we open at 8. It's like, my appointment's at 8. So they had the door locked, and I just stood out there like a fucking creep for like 5 minutes.
Let me in. I have teeth for you to look at.
Accurate. And then, you know, the teeth filling was the weirdest process, because I feel like when I go to the dentist, I'm cursed. Because the last time I went, they were putting a crown on my tooth because I had an unfinished filling thing from like 6 years ago that my parents got me to get at the dentist, and they never went back to put a crown on it because it was too expensive. Temporary filling shouldn't be in your mouth for 6 years.
Well,
but
ooh.
And then when they put the crown on it, they screwed the thing in that they plant the crown in on too tight, and it took like 6 different dentists to pull it off, and I could feel it the entire time.
Oh, ouch.
So yeah, I don't like the dentist.
yeah.
So, you know, they're like, okay, we're gonna numb you up so you don't feel anything. Stick the needle in, okay. They start drilling. Ah! They were like, oh, you're not numb yet? Okay, here, have another shot. They start drilling again. Ah! You're still not numb? 5 Novocaine shots later. The thing is, I told them, I have a really strong tolerance to painkillers. You're going to need to use a lot of Novocaine or like extra strong stuff. And they're like, oh, it's not on your file, so we're just going to do 1. So imagine how I felt that I had to feel the drill like 5 times, albeit in slightly lesser amounts before I actually felt numb. It didn't help that they decided to do 2 fillings that day, because they were like, oh, the tooth next to yours should get a filling. Point is, and the thing is, I may be allergic to Novocaine. I don't know.
Oh.
Cause
how would you know that?
Cause like I was sitting there waiting for the 5th shot to numb me up, and I felt my heart race, like, and then my legs started shaking real bad, like not like restless leg syndrome kind of shaking, and they kept asking me, "Are you okay?" And I was like,
I hope.
I hope. I mean, I was also anxious yesterday, so maybe that is, but that mixed with possible allergy to Novocaine was like, I don't know. And then when I got home, I was like, I really want to just lie down. Like an unhealthy amount of I want to lie down. So I stayed up because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to wake up. So yeah, that was a fun day yesterday. The only plus is that I went to Michael's, which is, for people who don't know, like a craft store, like art craft store, because I decided I'm going to make some paintings to sell at BabsCon in a couple of weeks. So my floor currently looks like this.
Oh my.
That's all that stuff over there is just stuff that I have not put away yet. Yeah, those are all canvases. There we go. Yeah, those are all... Ow. Those are all just canvases. I think there's like 15 canvases. Oh, Egon fell on me.
Oh no. Oh my. He can't really. Yeah, he is falling for you, girl. He might be a little bit two-dimensional in his personality, but
yeah, he's a little flat.
Yeah, I have things for guys with flat personalities. Anyways, so, but anyways, so yeah, that was the only plus. Except I thought that the Michael's that was near me was closed, because I saw a boarded up building, so I called an Uber to take me to the one in the town over. And then I was like, man, I didn't know Michael's closed. And then the Uber was like, it's right there. I did not notice. I passed the Michael's building.
Good job.
It gave me the same energy as when I took the Uber to that restaurant at BronyCon, and it was apparently like across the street from the hotel. And I was just
good job.
I mean, luckily the Uber driver just canceled the trip, so I didn't have to give her $13 for moving 3 feet forward. But like, I was just
that
like,
poor person.
I rolled a nat 1 in perception that day. But then again, I was also high off Novocaine, because that was right after my I literally got up, walked down the dental office, half my face numb, was like, I'm gonna go to Michael's, and I walked across the freeway to Michael's. People shouldn't leave me alone is the moral of this story. Luckily, I'm alone like 70% of the day nowadays.
Wow.
That's great.
That is great.
Well, at least you're not outside where you can get lost.
That is, I mean, there's always an after with this podcast.
Kino.
Key yes. But yeah, so that was my week. Fun adventures in Keyland.
Keyland.
I see. But yeah.
But yeah, with that, I mean, I also watched stuff today.
Oh, did you now?
Sadly, the things that I watched this week that wasn't Adult Swim invading their shows with Pibby, which was really fucking cool. But I don't think I can talk enough about it. I don't. Wait, did I talk about learning with Pibby on this podcast?
I believe, yeah. I heard about it before, so you probably talked about it, and the chances are high you did on the show when it originally had the trailer airing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can probably talk more about it now because there has been more stuff that has happened. You can talk about the new stuff.
I mean, yeah, because it's either that or me talking about that fucking Big Mouth spinoff.
Let's talk about something good.
Hey, yeah, chat, do you want me to talk about the painfully average Big Mouth spinoff, or do you want me to talk about learning with Pibby? That's a dog.
It is a dog. We already talked. We talked about the art of the week, so here's a dog by Odie instead.
Oh well, good boy. All right,
But
I'll
yeah.
talk about Pibby then. I think in our chats that I sent you the when she invaded the Adult Swim shows, but I'll send both in the chat right now.
Okay. Yep, there it is. Whoa.
And then the glitches.
Oh,
that's the actual short, and here's the glitches that happened.
Yeah, I guess the glitches are because that's the current things, and you can talk over that.
Yeah. All right. So basically, Learning with Pibby is this. I guess it's greenlit as a show that's going to be on Adult Swim, where Pibby is this character, and there's like this weird glitchy corruption thing that is invading other Cartoon Network and I guess Adult Swim properties, and Pibby has to try to fight it off. And it's insane and it's great. But Adult Swim, for April Fools, during their programming block, put like these are actual episodes of like Rick and Morty and everything, and put Pibby into it, and also put the glitches into it. So you see shows getting corrupted by whatever is corrupting Pibby's universe.
I guess here it takes.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh yeah, there's Pibby and the bunny.
Yeah, and like and sometimes they reanimate shots, like full on reanimating them, and it's just it. Oh yeah, there she is, and then you can see.
Oh yeah, because there's that scene with Morty coming up that was like that was reanimated.
This scene coming up is fucking creepy, like genuinely.
It's also like really well done too.
Oh yeah, but like.
Yeah, because it's the way it's right here. The way his face just contorts.
Yep, and this does not happen in the original episode. And back to normal.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, that was a thing. If you've seen the original Learning with Pibby short, a lot of the glitches is, like, people's mouths extending, which is so off-putting. But
It's like a
yeah,
Mandela catalog kind of thing right there.
they did this for Rick and Morty. They did this for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. They did this for the Eric Andre show. So they even did live action stuff. And then like Bird Girl and Joe Pera, and it was, oh yeah, the Eric Andre one is fucking creepy. Yeah, when he pulls up.
Okay, there, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
How often is he shooting the guy? Is this the one from the meme? So they replayed one of their most famous episodes, or does he shoot him every episode or something?
He does not.
No, I think it's just this one clip.
Okay, and they redid this one clip specifically for April Fool's Day.
Yes, and with this weird, like,
Yeah.
but point being, and then it's just, and even like the bumpers that take place before the, in the middle of commercials and stuff, they actually, have them invade. Even like the famous like Adult Swim black screen with white text bumpers. It's so much effort. And I think the best thing about it is that they didn't end it with actually saying that Learning with Pibby got greenlit, which I think is the best power move cuckold of the thing, because everyone was like, no, let's keep watching, because maybe they'll have a bumper saying like Pibby is coming, or maybe they'll show the pilot or something, because it wouldn't be the first time Adult Swim just pulls those moves, because when Smiling Friends premiered, they were like, oh, we're just gonna marathon the whole season. That was not on the programming schedule. And it's just, it's also programming genius, because it makes you watch the whole Adult Swim block. Because I think that was the first time that they, a lot of people I knew saw Bird Girl or Joe Pera, and it was like, yeah, fucking genius. And now the Learning with Pibby short is on HBO Max now, so if you have that, you can actually see it on there. And it's stated as
is it more than this
trailer?
Yeah, that's just a 2.5 minute thing that's also on YouTube, right?
Yeah, but now it's listed on HBO Max as a trailer.
Ah, okay, because I was about to say, like, it's free to watch on the official account, but okay, now I get why.
The fascinating thing about the fascinating thing about this is that like people are saying that this could just be like a April Fool's Day joke. It's like nothing's gonna happen, but it's like, I have recently learned that it was because of an April Fool's Day joke that Toonami came back. So, like...
Yeah, exactly. So, I fully believe it, and I'm so excited. This is the kind of shit that gets my rocks off. Like, I love crossover things, and I love corruption-based stuff. Like, it's such a smart idea. And
are you kidding me? This is brilliant. This is the kind of shit I'm into.
I know, right? And I'm just so excited. I mean, I guess people who wouldn't like it are people, I guess, who don't like, I don't know, horror, analog horror, any of that stuff. I mean, it's not a gory show by any means. Like, all the deformities and stuff is because of glitches. You don't see, like, people's guts spewing out or anything. They just become part of the mass. So...
It's more like tech gore or something like that.
Yeah, like that. It's glitch gore. There you go. And I'm so excited for it, and I love Adult Swim so much. They always pull the most experimental shit, and their April Fool's Day stuff.
From what I know about Adult Swim, they're like so into like experimental animation and just like giving creators like this a chance to go outside the box and do something that no other channel is allowed to do.
I know. Like, I mean, like, that's how we got. I mean, that's how we got the Opal short, which I know I've talked about on this show. So.
Oh my god! I still need to see that.
Be prepared to be sad. But like, I just can't wait. If you haven't watched the Learning with Pibby short, it's on Adult Swim's YouTube channel.
And I link it down below.
I mean, I'd be surprised if you haven't watched it, given that the video has nearly 22 million views.
True, Jesus.
I mean, here's the thing. Give Cartoon Network and stuff all the crap you want. Lord knows they've made business things that I do not agree with. But I think they understand to an extent how popular things become because of the internet. Because Infinity Train's pilot was put online, and that thing went viral. And even then, it did not have nearly as many views as Pibby does. So...
Yeah, wait, wasn't that around the same time? Didn't the Infinity Train pilot come out around the same time that a bunch of other pilots came out?
Yeah, because I think it came out the same time as 12 Forever's pilot, which... That's just a tragedy. But yeah, if you haven't watched the Learning with Pibby short, watch that. They also have the full VOD of the Adult Swim broadcast for April Fools on their YouTube channel. So the entire hour-and-a-half programming with the episodes, and so you can also watch just the compilation of glitches, but if you want to have that moment of waiting for when does the glitches pop up and everything, they have the full VOD. So I think it's listed as the Adult Swim special broadcast, something like that.
There's a short one. There's a compilation, and here's right before it is the full one.
Oh yeah, they also had it invading Smiling Friends too. So I think like the whole programming block is Rick and Morty, Smiling Friends, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Bird Girl, Eric Andre, and Joe Pera. So it's like, sounds like a lot for an hour and a half, and then you remember most Adult Swim things are 11 minutes long.
I have never even heard of Bird Girl or Joe Pera.
Same.
I mean, Bird Girl's just a spin-off of Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Joe Pera is just this wholesome series where there's just this man named Joe Pera who gets excited about, like, just mundane things in life. The show's rated PG. It's an Adult Swim show that's rated PG. It is wholesome as fuck. The episode is about him giving church announcements and then going on a tangent because he's heard Baba O'Reilly from The Who for the first time, and he was talking about how much he loves the song.
That just sounds so adorable.
Nice. It is! But yeah, so Learning with Pibby. Watch it, or get fucked. I don't know. Like, there you go. So well, yeah, that's mine. What about you, Lizzie? You have a media you want to talk about?
I warned you! You haven't been warned.
Yeah, you were warned. Do you want Max to go and you can look something up while he talks?
Oh my.
I mean, I have something. I mean, I do have something. Well, I have like two things that I don't know if I should talk about one of them because I've talked about it so much.
Is one of them Deltarune?
I promise I do have legit things to talk about.
I will give you my blessing to talk about Deltarune. Go ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, this isn't something I've recently gotten into, but it has been something that is like been like the interest has been reignited because so many people I know have been like playing it again on like streams and stuff. God, I genuinely love this game so much. And it's so funny. When it first came out, nobody knew this was like... It's so funny because like nobody knew this was like a game when it first came out. It was like Toby like put it on like a website saying, hey, come check out this survey program. And like you wouldn't know it was a game until like the actual stuff like started happening.
So why don't you tell us what the game's about?
Okay, so basically from the 2 chapters that we have so far, the basic premise is you play as a character named Chris, and you and this other character named Susie find this place called the Dark World, who is ruled by this person named Rousey. And basically what you guys are supposed to do is go through these other dark worlds that are opening up, which aren't supposed to be there. You're supposed to like close these fountains, and the purpose of closing these fountains is to keep a event from happening that will destroy the world. There's also a thing where like you have like lightners, who are like the people that live on the overworld, and darkners, who live in these dark worlds, and what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to work alongside each other, and when you play the game, it makes sense as to how this works. But because of these dark fountains opening up, and this one character named the Knight going around and causing like a fuss, that's causing issues. There's people that in these worlds that are starting to take control and wanting to fight back against the Lightners, or wanting to control everyone or everything in order to help this Knight create more dark fountains to bring upon the Roaring.
This is not against the game or you, but when I hear Lightners and Darkners, all I can think of is like, it sounds like a fight between like the whites and colors in the washing machine. Like, that's where my brain is right now. But yeah, this is, if I remember correctly, this takes place in an alternate timeline of Undertale.
Yeah, it's not like a direct sequel or anything. Actually, the funny thing is, this is what Undertale was originally supposed to be, but I guess he didn't have the time, or he was... Because if you actually played this game is way bigger than what Undertale is. Like, I think it got so bad that when working on Chapter 2, he had to actually bring more people on to help him, because originally Chapter 1 was done all by himself.
I mean, it must be a lot for a creator to be like, okay, I'll accept help. Lord knows that is an issue with creative types.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so, story aside, what makes it great?
Oh, geez. Well, it's basically the same reason that made Undertale so great. There are so many unique character interactions, like the characters themselves are just so fun. Also, like,
does it have a mom that holds your hand? Because that is Max's.
Toriel!
Actually, the funny thing is, this really isn't necessarily a spoiler, but like Undertale characters are in this game, but they don't have like a big like plot point like they did in the original game. They're mostly relegated to side characters.
So cameos.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Max. You won't have Goat Mom anymore with you.
I mean, she'll be there, but she's not going to be like as big of a character as she was originally.
But more importantly, will Undyne be there?
Of course.
Yes.
I mean, isn't she just a cameo as a police officer? So they made her a filthy pig.
And her character is so funny though in this game.
Wasn't this basically a thing of a lot of fan art at the time of actual Undertale of her as a police officer, and now it's canon?
Yes.
Oh my. This went places.
They made her a bastard. What?
Genuinely though, the one thing I love about this game so much is like, so the original Undertale, if I were to make a comparison, Undertale would be like the original, like, because especially considering like this is like both of these games are heavily influenced by stuff like Earthbound and stuff like that. So if we were gonna make a comparison, the Undertale would be like the original Mother, which would have been released on the NES, and Deltarune would have probably been like the SNES sequel, Mother 2 or Earthbound. And what this game does is all the battle sequences have color now. It's also been way more improved where like even like the scenery itself will like move with you, or depending on what the character's actions are. Bosses are colored both in and off like the battlefield, and the transitions between them are a lot better. You can actually see yourself on the battlefield.
So it's a lot of quality of life improvements.
Oh yeah, also in Chapter 2, they do this thing where like, even though you can't have everything on you at once, you're actually able to carry more in your inventory. So, the only stipulation is if you wanted to get things out that you don't have in your main inventory, you have to go to a save point and switch out, but I feel like that's a good little trade-in for something like that, because it does add a lot more. inventory. I think it's like 40 something slots that it gives you.
Oh my god, that is a lot.
Yeah,
Compared
and once
to,
again, like
in Undertale, yeah, that's a lot.
I think you only have like 10 or 15 item slots, like still, but you're able to like buy and store things in like another inventory that you can access going to a save point.
Well, I mean, yeah, it definitely sounds like a lot of upgrades from Undertale. Who would you recommend the game to, and who do you think wouldn't like the game?
Oh, jeez. I feel like people that are just generally into like RPGs or just want a good character-driven story, because like I said, a lot of these characters, this is a mostly like character-driven story, just like the original like Undertale. The only thing is, I don't know if I could recommend this to a lot of people right now because, like I said, there's only 2 chapters out. The game isn't finished.
Yeah, but I mean, better play it now than never. It takes like 2 years for each chapter to come out.
Well, it's even more funny because, like, the chapter 2 wasn't supposed to come out when it did. In fact, the game wasn't supposed to be in chapters at all. The only reason chapter 2 was a thing was because the pandemic messed everything up and people were stuck at home, and Toby was like, you know what, this is taking a while and people need something, so I'm just gonna release this. In fact, it wasn't even supposed to be free because chapter 1 and 2 are both free on like every platform, but he's like, you know what, have it, I don't care. Yeet.
Good guy Toby over here.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, there you go. Play
Deltarune.
Play Deltarune or the pandemic wins.
One thing I definitely want to point out is that, like, even though this does take place in an alternate timeline to Undertale, one thing I noticed, because I replayed the game like about a month ago, and one thing I definitely noticed is that there are a lot of parallels between certain characters from the first game and characters in here, mostly involving the secret bosses. I won't explain how, but like,
You'll find out.
but like, yeah.
Don't make me take out the spoiler warning.
Don't make me tap the sign.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. Well, Max, it's your turn.
3 minutes left for me. Okay.
Oh, come on.
We don't really have a real timer, so no worries. So, yeah,
oh my God. We could do that one time when we have like a veteran on and do like time challenged awkward chat.
Yes, like when.
Oh, that would be horrible.
having
put the timer on screen like in 24.
Blip.
Like.
Yes, and then there needs to be also like a warning when we need to enter the next stage or what the schedule is. That sounds like fun. If we have a similar situation like last week when we know that one of us has to leave at a certain time.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. But anyways, we're not at that right now.
Exactly.
So what do bring to the table?
So yeah, I also had to rack my brain what to bring as my media, since I touched a lot of stuff. This sounds so wrong. I touched a lot of stuff this week, but I haven't finished anything.
You finally tested negative for COVID, and there you go, touching stuff again, licking doorknobs. Like, come on.
I missed it. I missed my doorknobs. Don't judge me.
I am so touched right now.
By doorknobs or by me?
Which one doesn't land you in jail is probably the answer.
My. But yeah, so I started playing, and I'm now up to. I believe those 30 hours are not really true, since I let it play a lot while I was AFK, so actually in pause. But yeah, I did do. Wait, can I? Whoop! No, where's Key's face? Key's face has disappeared.
She's in the chat. She'd be back in 1 second.
Yeah, but she used to have a face in here, but for some reason it's not located correctly anymore. There should be her bubble head in the top right now. No,
Oh,
I will fix that.
no.
I will fix that later. No, point being, yeah, I picked a media. I picked a media that I spent a lot of time on over the last few days. Instead of continuing drawing as I wanted to and should to. And yes, it is. I really hope this trailer is not too bad. Okay, so far it's on YouTube. I should be
Okay,
fine, right?
this is already a good sign.
I know, right? So, this is Max Gentleman, another game produced by Jesse Cox. Jesse Cox, the man behind hits like Monster Prom and Monster Camp and soon Monster Road Trip. He has a thing going on there. And in this particular game, it is... Oh, hi, Pip. Oh, my. It is... Do we see any gameplay? So first you can create your gent zona. That is the official term for it. And there's gameplay. Okay. So, and what you do, I mean, probably a little bit of plot there. Wait, we're advancing a little bit. Anyway, the plot is you are a super rich, sexy gentleman in, I guess, Victorian London. And you just came back from one of your world-shattering super adventures, and you come back to find out that your entire estate, your entire business has been stolen from you by your rival. And then your rival pops in to taunt you about having stolen all your stuff. And then you have to start back, a very true rags to riches story, by you just starting an entire business and within a few weeks having defeated your rival. That's kind of the plot.
Oh, isn't this the other like horny game that Jesse Cox helped make?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And
so
unlike
what
Monster...
does this have to do? What does this have to do with the ladies with the big boobies?
The ladies with the big boobies, I mean, the first big booby lady that we saw in the trailer was actually your business mate. And the guy who came in through the door was your battle butler. Those are literally their names in-game.
Battle butler.
I mean, you actually learn business mate's real name, but battle butler's name I have not learned yet. And I have finished the first 1.5 campaigns. No, the thing is, so you have to build your business. So what you do is you just hire executives who already are successful business people. And with those executives, so you then go into one district after another and pick up industries. And you hostilely take over industries by challenging the CEOs of those industries with your execs and your employees in town square, and they fist fight it out until only one party is standing. And when you successfully defeat all the people of the challenged company, you take over their business. Obviously, I mean, I'm not sure why I explained this. This is basically economics 101. But now you guys, you plebs also now know how to properly be a super rich millionaire. I don't even know what kind of quantity we are in. No, those are regular pounds. You are just a millionaire. That's a little bit pathetic, to be honest. Or you're a
millionaire.
Yeah, or you go to the bank to buy money, which is literally how the action is described. And you go to the barber shop to up your mustache points. This goes for girls as well as for men. And with the mustache points, you then go to the slums to hire workers. And you go to the boxing ring, where you get up your fisticuff skills to beat other execs in town square, obviously. And yeah, where do those in? Yeah, well, you have all those very sexy and very rich executives, and you can go on lunch dates with them and increase your affection with them, and eventually go on real dates and unlock more and more of their outfits and their pictures. And if you installed the right free DLC that is blocked in Germany, then you get to see everything. I mean, everything.
That's just honey pop. You just
described
honey pop.
Fun fact, I talked about this, I believe, with Denim. It is kind of less gross than honey pop, even though you get to see all the details. And not just the ladies this time around. You also get all the details on the man. However, it's all the imagery is very first of all, you get a lot of harmless picks before it gets into the naughty area. But it's all very tongue-in-cheek, while Honey Pop is just straight-up porn. Those are just pics where all the characters are like, oh, let's go spread as far as we can for the camera. While here it's a lot more tongue-in-cheek, and also they don't feel the need to add the icing. If you have seen my Honey Pop streams and remember how much we discussed how the icing does not really add to the quality of the pictures.
Max Gentleman.
Yes.
Porn that has fun.
Yes, but it's mostly what really speaks for this game is a lot of the humor and the writing. And you all have those quirky characters who are all insane in their own right.
Yeah, that's the fun part of my statement.
Yeah.
Sexy and fun.
Yeah, exactly. And it has, admittedly, it has a lot of similarities, but I would say the gameplay loop, it's not match 3, so there's actually more gameplay loop in this game as well.
Look, my level of standards when I see something with that over that game view, that overworld look, just don't be Honeycam and we win.
Oh, like, yeah. Honeycam, bad game. But here's additional thing. While Honey Pop is clearly about all the straight, the direct naughty, the unapologetic naughty, and not the cheeky naughty. This one actually, it has settings. Right when you boot up the game, it's like, yo, how do you want to play? Do you want to play it like super chill and you basically don't see anything, everything is pixeled out or has black bars, and or do you want to play a little bit more risque, but then everything is still you need to click to see everything that that should be hidden, or you can go for the other default setting, which is everything but pixelated, or you can download mentioned DLC if you are horny and live outside of Germany. Or you live inside of Germany and are crafty. Not that I would ever do that.
I love...
For every part of the spectrum.
I know. Yeah, but that's the thing. You can actually, if you just want to experience the cheeky writing about all the horniness, you can do that. You don't have to expose yourself to any imagery that might make you uncomfortable, and just enjoy the ecky humor. Which probably brings me to who should play it, who shouldn't. If you are not into ecky humor, don't. Let's be straight there. Even if you get all the pictures out of the way, all the imagery, the humor itself is like the end goal of. Then again, I finished some of the relationships, and I recall that there were actually options to be like, oh no, instead of boning, I would really just like to solve a mystery with you. And obviously I didn't take this option, so I have no clue where it leads, but you might actually be able to even finish those relationship passes without getting too horny. But it's a big part, so who should check it out? If you are into ecky humor, if you are into those kind of cheeky games, which actually has a proper gameplay loop. Again, it's you actually need to do a little bit of resource management. You actually have a timer you play against, and while the first campaign is pretty chill, the next campaign already makes it quite a bit harder and longer. No puns, no innuendos intended. Jesus, talking about this game has ruined me more than before. And there's a third campaign, and if they amp up the difficulty, then it actually requires you to know what the hell you're doing in order to beat it. So, and the writing is great. Denim can confirm that while I was playing this, every now and then I actually had like I'm not sure if it was. I'm not sure if it was actually like laugh out loud, but like at the very least, the moment where like like a lot of the writing actually just like good funny writing. So yeah, if any of what I described sounds good, then it might be a game for you. Check it out. I don't even know how much on Steam. I don't think too much on Steam. Let me see. It's still under the indie umbrella, so I don't under $20, unless you want to get it with soundtrack. But yeah, and they also keep adding new outfits with, I believe, 3 DLCs, like Monster Prom. There's an entire Monster Prom lineup for all the characters. I had one character basically non-stop in the Monster Prom skin because it was so much better. I still have her in that skin, I remember. Because the Monster Prom skin that looks so good on her. And her regular outfit is like, it's fine. It's fine. The default outfits are all fine. But the costumes are great.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had Polly in her normal outfit in a long time in that game. I still haven't fully romanced her. I will make that ghost girl. She's hard. Like, it's hard to get to fully romance her. It seems like every choice you make is wrong.
Oh, poor. But yeah, it's actually this girl here, the Cocon lady, who is running the entertainment industry. Yes, her base of operation is a brothel. But yeah, she has the skin of Red, of the playable character Red from Monster Prom. So the girl with the flame hairs and everything, and it looks fantastic on her. Just saying. But
I mean, I will say the art for this game does look really nice.
Oh yeah, it's great art. And they also play a lot with the art. So they have like super muscular black and white images of all the characters for card games. They also have like naughty covers where they feature in naughty magazines, and then they are also drawn in some kind of aquarelle kind of thing. So there's also different art styles going on in the game. It's like, it's fun. It's great fun. But yeah, sorry, Key, you had something.
Oh no, the thing was, I was going to look up Red to refresh my memory because I haven't played Monster Prom in a while, and I was stupid and just wrote the word red. So, you know, the Google images would be a bunch of swatches of red, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna share the one other image.
Okay, yeah, okay. One of these is not like the others. Okay, let me share what you just shared with us, with everybody. So when you Google red...
You gotta zoom out a bit. Yeah, you got a bunch of swatches of red, fire, and Among Us.
Yup.
One of these is looking a little sus.
Hey, she said the thing.
It's the little things in life that make you happy.
It's true.
And that's definitely mine. But yes, I know Red, the one you're talking about. I think that's the one I pick whenever I pick, like, you get to pick the character you're gonna be.
Yeah, probably. Okay, yeah, that's media, I believe. We all talked about it for quite a while now. I guess we have to go for the questions now, don't we?
Yes, and I think they took my request rather seriously.
I noticed. So Izzy, Lizzy,
yes,
you remember?
Yeah.
So yeah, Lizzy, you know how I said, like, oh, you know, since we couldn't sit, instead of editing the FMK, I'll just be like, hey, let's get them to ask would you rather questions. That's usually our other go-to when guest on.
I am scared. Where is this going?
People saw that.
We got you covered.
90% of the questions are would you rathers now.
But let's not go there for now. Let's start with all our Twitter questions. I see I have only one question of Twitter. It's from J-Rock. And every follower of the show knows that this is a...
Would you rather?
Yes!
This is going to be a fun, consistent Q&A. So what's J-Rock's?
J-Rock is an interesting one, not gonna lie. For all three, would you rather be a student at Hogwarts or a student at Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters?
Wait, repeat that?
Rather be a student at Hogwarts or as a pupil at Professor Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, aka X-Men?
Xavier School. I feel like there's probably some transphobic people at Hogwarts.
Okay, political problematic statements about creators of media aside, still the same answer?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Have you read those books? I'm probably going to die at that school. They actively drown their kids.
Yeah, I mean, think about Quidditch. That's stupid. Video down in the link. Link in the video down in the description.
I'd probably go with the same because, like,
But hey, at least Hogwarts hasn't been blown up 3 times, at least.
At least I don't have to worry about a teacher in my one class constantly trying to kill me.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of teacher bullying students, and that's generous to say, at Hogwarts. And also, if I was at Xavier School, that's the implication that I am a mutant with powers. So...
I mean, Hogwarts, it has the implication that you are a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, but
yes, but at least I feel like I'm not super familiar with super familiar with either. But I feel like with Xavier, I feel like I'd have a much more collective, close group of friends around me that would protect me if I was ever in trouble. Meanwhile, Hogwarts, it feels like all the students are all in it for themselves. You're on your own. Bye.
Yeah, here's the thing. Hogwarts promotes cliques. I mean, that's literally Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Gryffindor. It promotes, and if anyone's taken the Pottermore test and stuff, you know that ruins friendships. Because then when your friend who thinks he's a Slytherin and it turns out to be a Gryffindor...
The Sorting Hat takes your own wishes into account.
But I'm just saying, see? Proof! It puts strains on people. X-Men, you're all just a ragtag group of misfit toys. So
look,
what about you, Mac?
Yeah, I'm saying, from every time I haven't seen all the Harry Potter movies, but from
watch
I've seen most of them, but I've seen but it's been a while. But basically, what I'm trying to get at, in every film I've seen, these kids are actively trying to kill each other. It's insane. Outside of the main group, I have never seen any of these kids actively trying to help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
They'll let themselves get eaten by fucking griffins. Or Dementors.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but read the books. They're better than the movies.
There's still active drowning in the books, Max. There's still a lot of bad things in the books.
Yeah, but it's mostly happening to Harry. So look at it this way: if you are,
that doesn't make it any better.
He's a dick. He's a complete dick. It doesn't matter. He's full of himself. Fuck Harry.
Who has to endure all this stuff?
Yeah, and there's the implication that if it happens to Harry, and it's allowed to happen, then there's a other serious problem with this school.
Yeah, but so is with Xavier's Institute. It gets blown up every other week. They're literally getting drafted for war.
Okay, but at least none of these kids... Harry has constant pressure from everyone because
I don't want to be Harry! I just want to be nameless Slytherin student in the background. Just doing my thing. Getting 3 points from Snape.
You are...
Yeah, that's the issue. You'll never be like Harry.
Stereotypical Potterhead. Jesus Christ.
Well, here's another thing. You'll never be like Harry.
I don't wanna!
That school is so pro-Harry, or the entire books are so pro-Harry, oh, if you're not Harry, you're not gonna matter, you're going to be nothing, nobody matters because you're not Harry.
Yeah, I just do my thing, that's the thing. Look, okay, the segregation...
You're gonna face serious neglect.
Yeah, look...
Just like regular school.
Better than getting attacked every other week. By super mutants. Which, no, that's a Fallout thing. But yeah, so anyways, my answer still being but I go with Hogwarts. It's whimsical, and since I want to be Slytherin, the segregation is on my side. This sounds so wrong. Oh boy. Anyways.
That was a cringe
moment. Let's clip that. Wow.
I I know you didn't mean it the way you said it, but
Hey,
Am I gonna
Wolfhead, you
do-
want to take something out of context? Something to say. Oh God, you're so white. Oh my God.
okay, Key, would this be worse or better than what Chris did that one stream?
No, they're both bad and can coexist with bad. Max saying, "Oh, the segregation's on my side," and Chris saying like, "Jay, I own you," when Jay is a black guy, is also bad.
But I talk
Wow.
specifically about the one at Hogwarts, which is about character. You get segregated by character, which is
I
still
know,
an
but
inherent
I'm
thing
not
that you
I'm
don't
not saying
really.
that it's still a cringy thing to say.
It is, but yeah, nevertheless. So Hogwarts has issues, definitely. Not debating it. So, but I mean, Slytherins are all about just being dicks in their little hidden common room somewhere in big chairs and whatnot. So and you are a wizard, and if you are a wizard who goes out of Hogwarts, yeah, you have some. I mean, most Muggles don't even know about you. Why the entire mutant thing is an actual issue you have to constantly be faced with, and well, if a Muggle is annoying, memory cleansing, and you move on, and you can just enjoy and do fun things like getting on a what is it, the fires, nah? Getting witch burned over and over because it's a fun hobby for you, because it actually doesn't hurt you. You know, fun. So yeah, next question, I guess. Let's get away from here fast.
Me and Lizzie are going to be heroes in the X-Men universe. Meanwhile, Max is going to be in the castle.
Yeah.
With
being an aristocrat. Basically being a magical aristocrat.
Ugh, God.
I know, right?
Let's just move on now.
Yeah, next question. Let's see. Max, what the okay, so I guess Odie changed his name really recently. Max, what the fuck asked, would you rather stutter every 5 words in a sentence or be called a dummy every time you are done talking? Both of these are things that Lizzie faces.
I was about to say, same here. Stop calling me out like that, Odie. Gee.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would rather stutter every 5 seconds instead of being called a dummy, because at the very least, I could get a sentence out. It would take me a while, but I'd get a sentence out, and at least I wouldn't be insulted for all the stuttering I did.
See, what would be the tone of the person calling you a dummy? Like, would it be like, you dummy, or you fucking dummy? Like, you know, what would that be? Because I used to have a speech impediment. I used to have a stutter. Sometimes it comes out when I start to get, like, riled up. So, in theory, I don't want to go back to that. However, I go to therapy twice a week, and I don't know how I would feel if I went on, like, a tangent about my childhood, and then I hear my therapist go, you dummy. Like...
Yeah, yeah, I see what Odie posted. He's like, the tone that Chris uses to call me an idiot. I kind of imagine it like that.
I definitely don't want that then. Because, God, all the situations in my life, my therapy, talking to my trainer, talking to Max... calling each other dummy is not a two-way street here. I guess I'll go with the stutter. Eventually I'll get something out, and at least I won't be invalidated.
Yeah, at least, like, I'll have my thought heard, people will understand what I'm trying to get at, and it won't be seen as, like, something incredibly stupid.
And maybe I could become the scat man and utilize it for my own gain.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if I this time around will be the opposing force or the contrarian, because yeah, I mean, I often enough say dumb shit that I be called a dummy the moment I'm done talking. Three more minutes in the past. Anybody? And I also often make my way pretty stumbly through sentences. Also, this was not an intentional demonstration, but here you go. So basically what this question is asking me is like, would you rather lose the one handicap or the other? Man, maybe I can be the contrarian after all. To be like, nah, the stammering thing is like, I mean, both of them make you fucking self-conscious at the end of the day. That's a hard one. That's a hard one, not gonna lie.
I mean, here's your thing. Your stuttering isn't just in your speech. I've proofread your scripts. You tend to have like the weird textual equivalent of stuttering of repeating things over and over. So
that's because I keep rewriting my sentences. So that's a.
The issue with me is like my stuttering isn't just like Key knows this. Sometimes whenever I am like trying to come up with something to say, like even like when I'm saying it halfway through a sentence, my brain just happens to like buffer. So I'll just like repeat myself or just like completely stop in the middle of a sentence and just go blank.
Yeah, I mean, to make an argument for you to not pick the stuttering one, Max, is that I mean, like, you have the unfair disadvantage of when you're speaking English, at least. You know, that's not your first language.
That doesn't stop people from calling me a dummy.
I know it doesn't, but I'm just saying at least you would have the new ability that you could speak fluent,
I mean, that's not necessarily implied. I might. Oh, Jesus, could I please not do this? Then again, the thing that I have is not a real stutter. It's just, yeah, basically like Lizzie just described. The
brain buffer.
Exactly, the brain buffer, mouse was moving too fast. Okay, we need to move on to the next question. So my final answer is I go with the dummy because I can potentially utilize it. I want to be the contrarian, and then it's basically like, I say a thing, and I monologue for a moment, and then once I'm done, you dummy, and that's
gonna be really fun at work for you.
Oh, so. I know, right? Just as fun as the stutter. I mean, it's either way pretty brutal. So right, yeah.
Next question. Let's see. Myth asks, would you rather never need to sleep or never need to eat? That's easy. I'd rather never need to sleep because food tastes good.
I'd honestly never need to sleep because that way I can get more done. I'd feel more productive because my ADHD riddled ass has trouble focusing on my tasks normally, and it takes me so long to even just get started. So I feel like I wouldn't have to worry about losing time during the day if I didn't have to sleep. I could just get things done whenever. I wouldn't have to worry about like a time where I'd get so tired I'd have to go to bed. I could just do, and everything would be all right.
Yeah.
Now here's what
I believe this question might have been more interesting asking other people, maybe people who actually have a hard time keeping up with their food intake, because I would not want. I like eating. The offering me to not have to eat is not really an offer for me. That's like, no, why?
Food tastes better when you have an appetite.
Yeah,
if you completely lose like the need to eat, you would also probably lose your appetite.
I mean, I constantly eat even when I don't have appetite or need to eat.
That's
so
just an unhealthy.
I know.
That's just an unhealthy habit that you need to stop.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So yeah, my answer. It's probably also the sleep answer, because...
Stop being a dodger and eating during the show. That's impolite.
Hey, it could be worse. I could have gone for those guys who make loud noise, see?
Your mic cuts the audio out. Your gag is completely lost.
Either way, I go also for the sleep answer, because more time in the day and I don't want to give up on eating. Bam. Next one.
Okay, how about a question that's actually not a would you rather?
What? Who broke the rule? Who needs to be banned from the server?
Nobody did.
He also didn't ask would you rather, so he's still safe for this one.
Alright, Max What the Fuck asks, hey, let's get topical.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. What was the most enraging moment of the Academy Awards for you? I guess it's kind of like, I guess this is a thinly veiled way of saying, what did we think of the slap? Is that what, do you want to ask, okay, is it really,
Okay.
Is the three people here really the demographic of whose opinions we need to share about this thing?
I mean, here's also the thing. The slap is literally all I know about it. I have no clue who won what. Oh, wait, I know who won. What was it? Best actor?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, right. Because that was the aftermath of the slap. No. So yeah, this is literally all I know about it. I have no clue because I don't care about the fucking Oscars. Because they are stupid. But, oh, that's stupid. The Oscars. That's a script where I probably need your help writing it.
Well, it's also bad for me to answer that because I just didn't watch it at all this year. And like, I will admit I am getting tired of hearing about this slap. While it was a thing that happened, I would like to move on to other things, please.
Okay. Time for Chrissy's opinions on things, because I watched the Oscars live. Sit back, don't get a snack.
Oh no.
Your one most annoying thing was the question, right? Or the...
Yes, my most annoying thing is not the most annoying thing to me was actually, enraging. Yes, the animation take done during the Oscars, because the presenter said that animation is a thing kids enjoy, and parents have to endure, pissed me off to no end.
I'm officially a kid now, because I can't be an adult because I watch a lot of animation.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that one and not the slap. However, just going to say,
I mean, the slap
Chris Rock did an ableist joke insulting a woman of color who has a disease that makes her hair fall out when women of color society revolves around textured hair. That was bullshit. He deserved to get yelled at. I don't think the slap should have happened on live TV. Don't say that kind of shit. I lost more respect for Chris Rock than Will Smith that night. That's my take.
I want to give my answer. Most annoying thing about the Oscars or the Academy Awards. That they are still a thing. I don't care about the slap. This was two people being both in the wrong for very different reasons. I don't care. It's some privileged dudes doing things. No, the Oscar itself is my most enraging moment of their existence. But yeah, Key, you're in.
I'm just mad the Oscars turned into what it is now. I would love to be nominated for an Oscar. I think the celebration of the people who make cinema is a valid thing. I don't like how it's what it's become.
Yeah, I'm not against the celebration. I'm against the Oscars because they are not a celebration of the people making cinema.
Okay, anyways. Animation stuff.
My favorite genre.
Wait, I can kick you from the call.
No! Wait, this will just this will just remove you guys for the viewers, but I will still be in.
Yeah, but then you would have to entertain the audience by yourself, and we know how much you love that.
Reaching for my juggling balls.
Anyways, what I was going to say. So yeah, at the Oscars, the three presenters, who all three are girls that are playing the live-action versions of Disney princesses, said that animation is something kids have to endure, kids enjoy, and parents have to endure. I want to give a little bit of context here of what was nominated for the Oscar for animation that year. Specifically, one movie called Flea.
Oh yeah, great kids movie.
Yeah, you want to know what that movie's about? That movie is an animated documentary accounting a queer Afghani man seeking refuge in Denmark. This film was also nominated for Best Documentary and Best International Film. I am so pissed off because animation is, and also the fact that the Animators Guild is currently fighting for a better deal for animators right now because animation is severely underpaid and overworked. And during that, they do that fucking joke. They've always treated the animation like shit. And what pisses me off about that the most is the fact that without animation, Hollywood would have fucking died during the pandemic because animation was the only thing that could still actively be in production that entire time. The most streamed movies of this year, 7 of them, were animated films. The top one was an animated film. It was Luca. One of the things nominated for Best Animated Picture this year. I'm so fucking pissed off that they say that and the crowd is laughing with their peers, their colleagues who are the people making these animated movies sitting in the audience. I don't know how you can look out into the audience knowing the people who made those things are here and say that with like such genuine tone in your voice as if this is a compliment. Fuck you. Fuck whoever wrote that for them to say and thought that was an okay thing to do. Fuck you. I don't think the actor wrote that line themselves. I know that it's probably some person who writes for the Academy Awards. Fuck you in particular. I hope your socks are always slightly wet. Like
You really love that insult.
I love that insult. It's great. But yeah, that's my most enraging moment. Let's go to a happier thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Odie just likes to hear me get upset. All right, let's see. Here's one from To Be a Better Prince. Would you rather unintentionally sing out your favorite song in group calls or only be able to speak to anyone in TikTok-like formats? So like in you have to talk like with jump cuts? Is that what you're implying with that last one?
And with annoying filters.
Annoying filters. The thing is, the TikToks I follow don't have annoying filters. Unless you're talking about, like, text-to-speech things, so you just constantly sound like you're typing into Macintosh. So, I don't know. Enigma, this is bad. See me after class.
Honestly, either way, I probably go with the blurting out singing thing, because, like...
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be less embarrassing, because, like, with the TikTok thing, from how I interpret it, that's just you constantly quoting like TikToks and trying to make yourself sound like any TikTok that you might have watched, and that can get annoying. At least with like randomly singing, and getting caught singing, that could lead to a conversation about the song you're listening to and the band that are like just about music in general. That could lead to a conversation. What are you gonna do with TikToks?
It's an icebreaker to say the least. I don't know, get into a rant about Gen Z and how I'm not with it with the kids these days. That would be what it is. I would go with the singing purely because I know that most of my friends are fucking theater kids. They would probably try to one-up me, and at least that would be an entertaining moment.
Well, for once I can be the contrarian again in good conscience, because it's my actual answer. You see, the singing thing, first of all, it's your favorite song, so I mean, it changes every now and then, but yeah, you have this one song, and you're blurting it out, and here's why I'm personally not a fan of it. Back in high school, so, you know, in the Middle Ages, I was sitting next to a girl, this happened, yeah, believe it or not, and in English, whenever the teacher, or in any context during class, when at any point where a sentence in English got uttered that exists in a pop song, she started singing that pop song under her breath. For every line, because pop songs are all in English, so whenever in the English class a line was said and a pop song existed, well, that happened. And I was like, that is so weird. So yeah, I would not want to have to endure this anymore. I had to endure it in high school already. However, and I don't want to be the source either. However, if I would turn into a living, talking tic-tac whenever I'm in calls, I would be hip with the kids, I would be rocking it, I would be... I don't wear my Hello Fellow Kids shirt, but I would be... What's his name again? Jim Belushi? No, this is another one. The guy, the actor.
Oh, Steve Buscemi.
So close, so close. But yeah, I would be Steve Buscemi incarnated. All the fellow teens would be like, yo, what's up? Because that's definitely how this entire scene played out. So yeah, I go with the TikTok answer.
You know, so many of my friends consider me the boomer mom friend of the of the group. they don't know the half of it.
Make them watch the
Oh,
show.
God. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think we could do like a couple more. Because there's no FMK, so what the hell would we transition to? Where is your server? Damn, Odie, for making me check things. There we go. Let's see. Another one from Enigma. Would you rather only play your favorite video game, but everything is randomized? Okay, this one's just meant for like me and Lizzie. Why would? Okay, no, we're not. I'm not doing that one. Because the other part is, or watch a Lupin movie, but has your favorite character played by Pauly Shore. So, Max has only seen like 2 Lupin movies.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually found a favorite character yet. Everyone would be played by Pauly Shore.
So I guess I would go for the Lupin answer to keep my games unaltered. My favorite games, unless some games, it depends on to which degree the randomization goes. Like, if stats get put around and it's completely unplayable, then yeah, that would be shit. But if the world gets randomized, that's cool. More replayability. But
there you go. I'm gonna go with the randomized games. I don't need a Lupin character to sound like his fruity ass Pinocchio performance. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the randomized games. Lizzie?
Listen, I know that there is a randomizer that exists for Sonic Adventure 2, and that would be so fun to play because like everything from the stages you play in order to the characters that are in those stages are all randomized, and it is pure chaos and sometimes unbeatable because certain stages cannot be beaten with certain characters at all. So that would just either be an incredibly fun experience or pure hell. And knowing how Key feels about Sonic Adventure 2, especially after having to find a way to beat the game after several streams and having to deal with the janky controls, she knows that that game can either be incredibly fun or pure hell. And I am up for the challenge.
You want to walk into hell. You know what? Respect to you, you idiot. But okay, there's 2 final would you rathers, and they're actually both pretty good. So, Milkless in Manhattan asks, that's Wolfhead. It's a good name. Would you rather have the feet of a duck or the arms of a lobster? The feet of a duck, obviously.
What?
The
arms of a lobster, obviously. Lizzie, you are the tiebreaker.
How would you grab?
How
would you grab things?
I would rather have duck feet because I couldn't draw with big meaty claws.
Yeah, I'm with that. The arms of a lobster. Your hands would also be that. You would have like claws. You wouldn't be able to grab anything.
My problem is like I couldn't draw. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even hug anybody because I'm afraid of either crushing them or accidentally snapping their head off. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you going through an existential crisis just because you would lose your source of income and your greatest passion, but you are both forgetting one very important thing.
What?
That being...
Wrong button. That being Scorpia.
Okay, Scorpia's amazing.
See?
However, she's like a gentle princess who was born with those pincers, so she knows how to use them. And even then she has times where she breaks shit. I would be new at this.
So would you be with the fucking duck feet?
Listen,
I would
you
be
guys don't
one of
understand.
the best swimmers in the world. That's what I would do.
You guys don't understand the worst part about having claws like this, though.
What?
If I couldn't hold things properly, then how could I offer hot chalky milk to those I love?
Oh, please, Cringe Lord, stop.
You know what? There is a dev episode where Scorpia comes in and has a nice hot bowl of soup for Catra to cheer her up. You would find a way, believe me.
Okay, so, you know what, Max? Have fun trying to pick up your ferrets and holding them with fucking claws.
I
You
will
could
figure it
accidentally
out.
You
It will
accidentally
only
snap them in half.
give me a dozen or two ferrets. I will have figured it out by the end.
Oh
Also,
my god!
are we forgetting that if we had duck feet, we could swim?
Yeah, that's the thing. You would become an amazing swimmer.
No!
Yeah.
Ducks are not like
What?
dolphins. Do you know how they swim? They are like having their fat bodies hover on the top of the water and they paddle with their feet. How are you as a human with just duck feet trying to recreate that?
I mean, like, obviously, you have your fat human body, and
Uh-huh.
then you can pedal with your feet.
Uh-huh. Your human body is like this. A duck body is like this.
Yeah, but the duck feet would be proportional to your human feet.
We'd be like Luciana in that one episode of Proud Family.
Hey, look, guys, it's Flipper. But, like, the point is, duck feet are more accustomed to swimming than human feet. The webbed toes are the thing that helps it with it.
Yeah.
I think you're just dumb. You're gonna become a fucking insurance liability.
And if you just said the duck feet are proportional. You could not even enter a supermarket to throw over all the shelves in there. Because you had like...
Why would they would let me in with duck feet? Because if they don't, that's discrimination.
And on top of that,
They have no problem with discriminating people in America. That's basically their national hobby.
Listen,
You know what? Here's my reason. Oh, yeah, yes, Lizzie?
Duck feet are not threatening. If you were to go to a supermarket with two huge lobster claws, I'm pretty sure they'd lock you out of every place.
Yeah, they probably think you're gonna... Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the other plus. You know how much of a bitch the TSA is gonna be with lobster claws?
Well, guess I'm staying in Europe then, where I don't get discriminated for my lobster arms.
With my duck feet, I have a medical exemption for shoes. I would never have to take off my shoes at the airport again.
You wouldn't even have shoes.
Exactly. Because I wouldn't need them.
Yes, you would.
This is the best part of when I get guests that live on the same brain cell as I do, is that we get to
It's another Bully Max episode. I miss a good old Bully Chrissy episode.
No, you don't understand. You wouldn't have to wear shoes. You would have to wear flippers, and that would be a lot better.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have... You have the skin between your toes. You cannot have this... Wait.
Duck socks. We will invent duck socks.
You take cling wrap and you wrap it around your feet. Done.
Yeah, there you go. Spray on shoes. Anyway, the last would you rather. Max looks like he's going to kill me. Okay, let's see. From Max, what the fuck? You just woke up and have 15 minutes before you have to run off to a very important reunion or occasion. Would you rather have breakfast or shower before leaving? P.S. No eating at the reunion, so there's no food. That sounds like a very shitty reunion. So yeah, would you rather go hungry or go stinky?
Stinky.
Stinky?
Stinky.
No.
I would rather go hungry, because at least after the reunion, like it doesn't even imply they have to stay the whole time during the reunion, but like I'd at least stay there long enough to like meet everybody that I want to meet, talk to everyone I want to talk to, and then go. I don't want to go there smelling like gross. I'd rather get a good shower.
But yeah, I mean, it might be a very personal thing. For one thing, I mean, I don't know when the last shower was in this scenario, but usually I'm not building up too much of a sweat, at least not when it's not summer. So I'm not too stinky too fast, but on the other hand, if I have a very strong metabolism, I like to call it a hypermetabolism, even though it's probably objectively not. If I don't get food in my body at regular intervals, I get actual pain. I get stomach pain from it. My stomach is like, motherfucker, give me something or I will eat you. I literally cannot go without food, so yeah, I have to pick the food, no matter how bad I smell.
I mean, yeah, and then you have the moment of walking an hour and a half around for food and then not picking a place. So pain be damned there.
Yeah, but
Okay, but no, I'd rather go hungry. The thing is just I don't want to smell. To me, it's a very simple answer. Do you know how scrutinized women of all people get if they smell? Like, I don't need to deal with that. Cause you know what? I don't need to be judged on how I take care of myself. It's just, and especially if it's a reunion, so it's a bunch of people who already know you, so they already have their own preconceptions about you, and then they're like, oh, there's the stinky one. And you know what? Maybe I have a personal reason with that, because when I was a kid, I was always bullied for how I smelled. Not because I didn't shower or anything, I did. It's because both of my parents smoked, like 2 packs a day. So I always smelled like smoke. Or, you know, if my mom was like, oh, here, let's spritz some perfume on you, I smelled like cigarettes and perfume. That's not a great combination. That just smells like a French restaurant. Like, no. I'd rather not. I have not lived with that pain for like 6 years, and I don't feel like dealing with smelling again, no matter the smell. Because unless I'm around a place that appreciates an animalistic musk and gym sweat, no thank you. Also, yeah, I just sweat a lot because I'm a muscly lady. When you have a lot of muscle, fun fact, you tend to sweat a lot just at rest. Your body's burning, and frankly, it smells. Like, no thank you. So yeah, you got 2 people who don't want to smell and a very hungry baby boy.
Nom nom nom.
The issue with me is that, like, I am just very conscious about how I, like, feel at all times. And, like, I don't know if this is sounding weird, but, like, I sometimes get to the point where I can actually feel how I smell. Like, I just feel gross.
Oh, no, that's a totally objective thing. Like, I mean, especially with my good old oily Italian hair, if I don't shower for a while, you feel it. The smell aside,
yeah.
You just don't. Do you want to just feel gross? Do you want to feel the film of filth on you? Then go with Max's answer, because at least you'll be fed. Wait, what? Because Odie's in the chat. Follow-up thing to this, Odie. Does that also include brushing your teeth?
Oh, that's a mean one.
Yeah, do you forego any personal hygiene in this scenario? So not only does your body smell, you have bad breath. I just need to know.
That can be easily solved with having a mint as part of your breakfast.
The thing about this question, though, is that it doesn't even mention that you're going to be at this reunion or this thing the whole time. Like, you don't have to stay for the entire duration.
Wait, are you implying that you're going to be like that one gif of Abraham Simpson walking in, putting their hat down, and then going around and putting their hat back on?
I wouldn't just immediately leave, but I'd probably would stay there for, like, long enough to talk to the people who I'd want to talk to, catch up with the people who I'd want to catch up with, you know, have a fun time then. And if I start getting, like, really, really, really hungry, then I'd probably, like, go.
You know, Lizzie, the fact that we've only asked this question like 5 minutes ago, and you're able to come up with such a detailed scenario about your personal hygiene versus hunger is both impressive and kind of awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random crap. It's time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Artwork and analysis which you do not